antidepressants left him disoriented on a Sydney street, highlighting the pressures facing elite athletes after retirement. Let's have a look at the story.
Ian Thorpe's lightning speed in the pool won him fame and glory, but the former teenage swim star could not outstrip the crippling depression which has stalked him for much of his life. The exploits of the precariously talented torpedo dominated swimming at the turn of the millennium, as Thorpe headlined his home Olympics in Sydney and inspired a young Michael Phelps. Thorpe became Australia's most decorated Olympian with 5 gold medals at the 2000 Sydney and 2004 Athens Games, and he was the first person to win 6 gold medals at 1 World Championships in 2001. In total, aided by his abnormally large feet and hands, Thorpe accrued 9 Olympic medals and 11 world titles and set 13 long-course world records in one of the great swimming careers. But after his early retirement, aged just 24, citing burnout, the natural introvert has struggled to carve out a new life, dabbling in jewelry design and television, along with a number of university courses. Following a failed comeback attempt ahead of the 2012 London Olympics, Thorpe revealed a long battle with crippling depression, which prompted him to drink heavily at times during his career and even to ponder suicide. Thorpe suffered a further setback when his bid to make the Australian team for this year's Commonwealth Games and potentially the 2016 Olympics was derailed by a shoulder injury.
Welcome back. You're still watching Sprint and still continue our talk about the Egyptian sports, but heading now to the Egyptian football. And let's start first with the African Super Cup. Yeah. Al Ahly is heading towards this important competition. The match has been delayed once again, but the final match date is supposed to be on the 20th of February. It's going to be held in Air Defense Stadium. Do you think there are any reasons behind this? Why isn't it played in a Cairo stadium? And are there going to be any fans within this African competition or not?
By regulation, it should be with the fans because of its prerequisites of the African associations in the CAF.
Yes.
But where exactly, I don't know till now because of it will not be in the Air Defense Stadium.
Yes, it's not announced yet. It's not confirmed yet.
It's not confirmed yet, and we just have heard that from the news and heard that they will not play on it. And they ask for the playing in the International Cairo Stadium as well. And the club itself is the hosting, and he's the organizer. He should make the steps that for approved of the security and the police and everything, that and he managed his responsibility for secure the match and the game itself. So we will see. But the bottom line is the match with the fans. Who knows? It's the total number of the seats or percentage of the seats of the fan. We will see.
Yes, and this definitely.
But it's 20 or 22nd of February.
So far it's the 20th of February.
Safak is Tunis, yes. Safak.
Yes.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, the number of spectators is going to be the important element, because if you're having 5,000, 10,000, this is not the level of the expectations for the fans who have been deprived from these matches for a very long time. So you have a correct note on this aspect, and your expectation, what would be the number?
Look, it will not be full capacity of the seats. It's my expectation.
That's 100% sure.
100% sure. But how
would it go as low as a 10,000?
I think it's between. It will be between 5 and 10,000. I think.
Yes,
it's my belief. I'm not a decision maker.
And I think this also counts to be another transition phase where you get fans just for the regulation, but you still want to maintain this sort of a security balance in order to avoid any problems within the
It's very important for the time being, and we have to be very sensitive, and we accept this kind of issues because of we know our status, so
yes,
we have to be in a level.
So from a technical aspect, and how do you see this match with Ahli had managed to win the African Champions League? They went to the World Club Cup, and now they're heading for the Super Cup, which is an important step for them, a stage for them in the season.
Look, the most affected club in the league and playing without the fans is Ahli and Zamalek. Because of Ahli and Zamalek, they used to play number one under the pressure of their fans.
Of course.
Number two, under the pressure of spirit, because of they are playing with the spirit of the fans. They used to since long time. And for the time being, even the result of Ahli and Zamalek affected because of the other teams. They used to play without the fans because of they don't have this kind of number of fans push them for playing, you know. So when they play with against Ahli and Zamalek, they do an extra efforts because of this. A super match for them, the TV and the fans seeing them. But for Ahli and Zamalek, they have nothing they miss is the fans. So the fans is very important because of that. In the African League, it will be the first time that since long time they play with the fans. So I think they push them and they help them for a good result and a good presentation in the match.
Yes, definitely. And in general, how do you see the performance of Ahli? Ahli in the Premier League, they have been not performing. So stepping into an important match in the Super Cup, do you think they will be capable to do something?
I think and I believe, except Ahli in a period for changing the new generation of teams and players. So they have to be very keen, and they have to be a very patient in this period for everyone in a circle, as well Zamalek, because of we change from period to period, from time to time, from status to sustainability status. We try to go for the sustainability status, and the starting the league itself, it was a trying and encourage from and pushing from everyone, as I mentioned, from the Ministry of Sport and the football associations. So I think in this period of the final of the league, we have to be help each others for just continue, because of next year it will be one of the strongest league in Africa, because of we start this year because of the people concentrate, and the newspaper and the journalists and the media itself. The circulation, economic circulations, start to be something. Yeah.
So do you think this is more or less like a good start for a club like Ahli and this season, and definitely the performance would change for the top guns like Ahli, Zamalek and Ismaili in the upcoming season? Now, if we focus a little bit about Ahli in the Premier League, they've lost to the Khleya lately, and definitely this is also dropping them from the top spots, which is the usual spots for Ahli in the group that they are in.
I don't think it will be for permanent in the league. I think it's temporary because of Ahli and Zamalek, as I said, as I mentioned, and the other teams like Ismaili, and the other team like Masri, that they have big fans. It's temporary. It will not continue. So it makes like 2 or 3 matches and they start up again.
Yes, and I think the gap is not that huge. They are equal with the second and third place, which is Smuha. But first comes Arab Contractors, which are maintaining at 14 points to secure the spot. On the other side, if we looked at the other group, Petrojet is exceeding and topping the number one with 14 points. Secondly comes Ismaili with 14 points, losing a number of important points. And thirdly comes Zamalek, who were very happy with their latest win. They had a draw also in the week, 4-0. Some people are putting this achievement a little bit down, since it's Qanaa, it's a new team to the first division. But being an expert in Zamalek and being expert in, we need to talk a lot about Zamalek. We need to talk about the new coach. We need to talk about the administration and how it's moving and the instability. And we need to talk about the performance and the lack of achievements in continental competitions. So let's start first with the recent news and the new join for Mido, the veteran player and the professional player who joined now as the youngest coach to lead Zamalek. What is your opinion about this?
First, I back to your starting in speaking. Petrojet, good for them that they ranked the first one till now. But maybe because of the practice in my land, in our land, in the Cairo Stadium.
So that's good. That's good.
So maybe this is the reasons for that. We back to Zamalek. Actually, I'm very happy that they have a good challenge and a good thing that they put Amido as a coach. Actually, I analyzed in many cases. The number one, it's in the marketing wise, is very important because of Mido. When you see nowadays the most percentage of writing, most percentage of media coming on this issue, so it's add value in the marketing for the team itself.
Yes, that's a very good aspect.
If I am in their place, I have to make the tender and the bidding of the marketing marketing plan in this kind
around
of
this
time
area.
Around because of it's adding
that's
value.
A very good,
I have
very good spot.
Yes, very good spot, and we could sell our product very well. And the good issue that you know that Mourinho and the most of the coaches start it's around 30s, yes. You know, yes. 28 in the age of 28 or 31 or 30 something. So I think it's very good aspects that we